We're at the bottom of the sixth inning, or fifth inning, as we just look to see if Huntington can actually get the bats moving. They've been getting some runners on base here, but they haven't been able to capitalize on any of those, leaving runners stranded constantly.
Yeah, you spoke on leaving runners on base. Huntington and Goshen now equally with 4 runners left on, but Goshen able to drive in those 2 RBIs on those 4 hits. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Tyler Zemski. His average falling well below last year's as he's now creeped down to 181. Definitely not somewhere you want to be. We talked about how yesterday he was at the 4 spot, now moved down to the 8 spot with an average of 181. Definitely not where he wants to be on this season, and only 12 RBIs to speak of.
It definitely seems like he's kind of down in a funk right now, but we'll see if he can, kind of get out of that and start get the bats moving. It doesn't matter where you bat. If you can get the bats moving, you'll be moved around.
Yeah, but he falls to an 0-2 count here. That ball creeping foul. Chase Hunter trying to slide under it, make the catch. But as he's unable to make the catch there, and Tyler Zemski will stay alive here. Chase Hunter just not able to make the play. Missed a play in the same spot last night. Not sure if the sun's getting in his eyes as it's just over Becker Hall right now. But nevertheless, unable to make that play there, and Tyler Zemski gets another chance at life here.
But definitely he's behind the count now. Pitcher's count for sure. And we'll see if he can hold his own here and keep the foul tips going, or see if he can get a ball in play right now.
Tyler Zemski struck out in the second inning, so definitely wants to put some better memories in his head right now.
There it is. Struck out watching right there. Bottom or low pitch right there, right across the middle of the zone.
Yeah, definitely does not look comfortable at the plate. I have to agree with you there. Looks a little out of sorts, to be honest. Obviously now his average going to creep below 180, probably into the 170 region. Definitely not what you want your first baseman to be hitting. Obviously, we talked about the first baseman, Brad Stolfus, for the Goshen Maple Leafs, batting 300, 3.9. Pretty amazing what he's been able to do. And obviously batting leadoff, definitely you got your pitcher batting 8th for Huntington, and your pitcher batting, your first baseman batting 8th for Huntington, and your first baseman for Goshen batting 1st. So definitely 2 different types of first basemen here for these teams.
We saw 2 pitches now, both outside from the Goshen pitcher.
And that'll bring up number 1, Kyle Selvey, batting in the 9th spot and playing third base today for your Huntington Foresters. He struck out swinging in the second inning. So definitely lots of strikeouts in the 8th and 9th spot. But Kyle Selvey looks to change the tide here as he is ahead in the count 2-0.
Watch this one go by right there because of 2-0 count. So now it'll be a 2-1 count.
I don't know about you, but Baylee Young seems to be kind of catching a stride here. Looks like he's kind of gaining a lot of composure and strength as he moves deeper into this game.
It's a poor bunt right there. You see him catch the ball. A little pop-up from the bunt. Didn't get it down. Pitcher runs and makes a catch. Almost a collision.
Baylee Young, not the smallest of players, but a lot of speed right there as he's able to be the first one there. I think the catcher had the shortest route there, but Baylee Young able to locate that ball quickly and make that grab in foul territory. But that will retire Kyle Selvey with a pop-out bunt right there. And the Foresters now back to the top of the lineup as Donovan Clark, with 2 outs again, looks to try to make a rally here for Huntington. We are playing a 9-inning game, so a little more time for Huntington to come back in this ball game, but also a little more time for Goshen to extend their lead.
Game could go either way right now with a 2-run lead for Goshen.
Clark batting .301 with 7 RBIs on the season. Struck out swinging in the first and struck out swinging in the third.
Nice eye right there, watching the pitch come in high. Has a 2-0 count, definitely in his favor. I'll probably be very picky on this next pitch, whether or not he swings.
Yeah, definitely the ability to get a 3-0 count would be something Clark would really like.
And there it is. Ooh.
Little delayed call there. I agree with you there on that one, Dotson. Little delayed call. I thought that ball ran a little outside, but Blue didn't decide to agree with us up here in the box.
He has been consistent on that outside corner. And there's a swinging strike right there that evens the count up, 2-2.
Clark going a little high out of the zone there to try to get that one, but was late on the pitch, and that'll knot it up at 2-2 and 2 outs.
Dangerous to leave that ball out there, but it goes in his favor. It's a 3-2 count.
Yeah, we spoke all day about Baylee Young wanting to use the outside of the plate. Got that strike call earlier, but misses right there. And we'll have a payoff pitch on the way here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and no one on for the Huntington Foresters.
This is where they seem to have gained their momentum usually throughout the day, was this 2-out rally, getting people on base but not being able to capitalize and get runners in.
Most certainly agree with that, as Baylee Young really taking his time here on this pitch, and Donovan Clark asks for time and steps back out of the box. Payoff pitch on the way, and it is down the heart, and Donovan Clark decides not to make a cut there, and he'll be caught looking, so that'll be his 3rd strikeout of the day. And Donovan Clark, the leadoff hitter, now 0 for 3. So after 5, we have it here at Forest Glen Park. The Goshen Maple Leafs 2, your Huntington Foresters 0. And we'll be back at FDN Sports right after this.